Away from that story, the executive director of the Kandifo Institute, Palgrave Dankwa, urged presidential candidates not to renege on their policies in their manifestos, no matter the outcome of the December 2020 general elections. According to him, some of the manifesto promises require state resources to implement, whereas others do not. But implementing those that do not require state resources will prove the party's commitment to Ghanaians.
Kandifo Institute is an economic governance and leadership think tank that provides analytical influence to create a new value system based upon the already existing tradition to foster a new paradigm to respond to the leadership of the country. In a press conference in Accra, Palgrave Dankwa, the executive director of the institute, urged presidential candidates not to renege on policies in their manifesto, no matter the outcome of the elections on Monday.
In a matter of fact, I am very much aware that you need state resources to allow some policies to come to bear. Howbeit, there are some policies that you don't necessarily need state resources. And so you are a presidential candidate, you stood for an election, you lost. But there are some policies that you know can start from a very micro level to a very macro level. At that very state, start the implementation from a micro level, so that until we get to the macro level, we'll be able to see that when you lost the election, you didn't give up on Ghana. However, you're able to implement A, B, C, D of your manifesto. Pick a section of your manifesto that would bring light and bring shining into your own political party.
The executive director also emphasized the need for Ghanaians to vote peacefully and allow the Electoral Commission do its work in terms of announcing the results.
Peace is a way out of inequity and violence, and a golden ticket to enter a new, brighter future for humankind. It is in this light that Kandifo Institute admonishes all Ghanaians, stakeholders, registered voters, to campaign peacefully, vote peacefully, observe peacefully, jubilate peacefully, and ensure that we win peacefully as a country. And patience is known as a virtue. Be peacefully patient, not to call the elections. However, allow the EC chairperson to peacefully declare the results of the general elections as mandated by law.
The General Secretary of the University Students Association of Ghana, USAC, Joshua Opey, advised the youth to be vessels of peace and not violence.
I believe that in most instances, the biggest tool or the biggest instrument that people use to actually instigate violence during any form of elections is actually we, the young people. And it's therefore very good enough for us now to understand that if we instigate war or if we in any way breach the peace that we have in our country, we are actually fighting against our progress as young people who are going to take up the leadership of our country one day. And therefore, at this particular point in time, we all have to take this opportunity of going to vote peacefully, and come back home and enjoy the peace that we have.
The general election is scheduled for Monday, 7 December 2020. A report by Rosemary Anyinga and Emanuela Oman.